Welcome.
Hello.
Hello everyone.
Thanks for coming again to Hearns Live. What day is it today?
Today is 19th of June 2020.
Is it 2020?
It is?
Well,
Hopefully. Not 21 yet, I'm pretty sure, not 19 anymore. So,
excellent.
Episode number 13.1.
Point one.
Yeah, 13 is an unlucky number in my
Oh,
culture,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it
yeah.
has to be 13.1.
All right. Good idea.
And again, live from Flinders Street in Melbourne at
That's
the Hearns
right.
Hobby store.
That's right. So, welcome again to everyone from around the world.
Yes.
Because we are picking up a lot of interested people
Absolutely.
from all different parts of the globe.
Last week we had quite a few viewers from Europe and US, different places, which is
Yes.
great. So, first thing today
Yep.
is about the competition.
Yep.
So last week started a competition, the
Yep.
usual modeling competition.
That's right.
And what do you know?
Well, this competition is all about automobiles and cars. So, whatever scale you like, we try
Yep.
to make it as easy as possible again. So, just submit your entries, all the photos, to the event. So it's on Facebook.
Yep.
Go to the event page, just go on discussions, make a little comment with all your photos.
Yep.
So we'd like to see some really good quality photos of the whole model. Then also include all the work in progress
Yep.
photos. And so far we've got 2 entries, and
Good.
they have amazing, like one of them has 70 odd photos.
Wow.
So
Full work in progress.
yeah, you don't need that many, but you know, if they're
More than
good
welcome.
photos,
Yeah, definitely.
they're going to add and help towards your point scoring, because we're going to be scoring them on the work in progress is going to be important, and then also the overall. So
Result.
yeah,
And the presentation, obviously.
yes,
Always important taking a good picture, so make sure you take care of that. And again, the project doesn't have to start on the day the competition start. It
Could be something
can be
you've
something that
already
you have on the works and you already finished, perhaps, as long as
Yeah.
you have the right photos and you submit it.
absolutely. But if you're a bit crazy like I am sometimes, and you
Yes.
feel like you want to enter now, you got
Yes.
1 week to get it all complete for next
Jump
week. So
on board.
next Friday, 5 o'clock, and you know, just quickly if you want some ideas, you know, I think in a week, 24 scale, you could do that in a week.
Definitely doable. Yeah, from Tamiya.
Even that, you know, my
It
favorite
may take a little bit longer
little H-Wagon, and then if you feel like
to do a
wanna
bit
add a
of
bit more?
diorama.
that's right, add some figures to it, and that'll give it a little bit more character.
Absolutely.
But you don't have to have figures. It's all about the car really.
Exactly.
So yeah, get on board. There's great prizes on offer. So the prize pool goes up to $300. So it works by each entry that comes in, we offer $5 to the prize pool.
Yeah.
So if we get 60 entries, it's $300,
$300.
which is split between first, second, and third. So all the other competitions so far have been really
Yeah,
popular, and they
absolutely.
work very, very well.
Absolutely.
So,
So,
yeah.
the previous ones was Armour, which
Yes.
was really, really good. They had quite a few entries there, so
Mm.
we're good to see what comes in this time. But if you have questions in the meantime, put them in the comments.
Yes.
And we can answer them as we go along today.
For
So,
sure.
again, today we are live on YouTube and Facebook and,
And
Twitch,
Twitch.
now. So, we asked someone to jump on Twitch, so we get a viewer at least on Twitch this
Yes,
week. That's the
please.
aim for 1 viewer on Twitch.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Cool. So,
Yep. Okay.
we're going to jump into the news.
Let's talk
Okay?
about some new items that are,
Absolutely.
coming in shortly.
Yes. So today we received notification that Traxxas has released a new Rustler 4x4. Well, new colors for the Rustler 4x4.
Well, I guess a Rustler 4x4 is a reasonably new car anyway.
Absolutely.
And it is quite beefy because it's like a smaller version of... It looks a bit like a mini T-Max, doesn't it?
Or e-Revo, yeah.
Yeah. So with these new colours, I mean, they're quite dynamic. I mean,
Yes.
the purple one is
can
probably
see-
my favourite at the moment.
Yeah, I would say so. And the silver wheels by the look of it as well. So
Hmm.
the Rustler has been really popular. We received some stock actually yesterday. We've got a
Yep.
couple of cars in stock now. And yeah, they come in VXL, which is brushless, and
Yes.
brushed as well.
Yes.
So they'll be really good. I believe these colors are mostly for the brushless version.
Yeah.
So
I mean, these things fly, particularly on 3 cells.
3 cell is full on. It'll be
Yeah.
100 kilometers an hour car. So keep an eye on those. They should come into store around August 2020. So only a couple of months away. So
Yeah, exciting.
they'll be live on our website shortly. So if you want to place a pre-order, just jump there. So
Yep.
next one is another RC. So this is a foam tire for 1.8 buggies.
Love speed.
Yes. So you have a bit of experience there.
I have. So I've used these sort of speed tyres before, but they've been belted rubber tyres.
Right.
So these being foams, I guess foams in a way, they can feel a bit more consistent.
Yep.
Because if the car slides, it feels about the same as it's
Yep.
going forward. So these are exciting to see. And they're designed to fit on the standard 17mm hex.
Yep.
So it'll fit... Well, what sort of diameter are they going to be?
I think it's a standard buggy tire. I don't have the diameter on me, but it's a buggy tire standard.
So they'll fit on most cars.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. So this should come in the next probably 3 weeks. So it'll be interesting. So if you're into speed runs or want more grip on your buggy, that's definitely worth trying. And they should be rated over 100 k's an hour.
They look really good. Very stealth.
Yes, definitely.
Yep.
So next, plastic models. So you were talking to me the other day that Wing was actually working on a model similar to this one.
They were. So Wings were working on quite a number of models, and one of the most anticipated ones was this particular, the FOKKER DO1, which is Richthofen's famous plane. Now, with Wings being a bit up in the air, we're not too sure what's happening there at the moment.
Correct.
I guess Meng have taken the opportunity to give people what they're waiting for. So, if you've been looking for a 32nd scale FOKKER to fit the rest of your collection, then Meng's going to obviously make a very good model to add to it.
So we're very much looking forward to this model very soon.
Sure. So that's just been announced. So next interesting item is the entry grade. Yeah. So the idea is to introduce kids into building kits.
Absolutely.
So you've got your Bandai, the high grade range, and then you've got your SD range, which are simple, but for really young kids,
it can be difficult still.
That's right. Yeah. And sometimes they take too long to build, and the kids can lose patience as well.
Yeah.
So these are going to be really simple. They're all pre-colored as you expect from Bandai.
Bandai,
they're going to have less bits, no glue, and then they just press together, and they have simplified joints as well. So you can still play around them, repose them, and they'll be great to get the kids involved.
Absolutely.
And to keep it interesting, so they're releasing, the first one's going to be this particular Bandai RX-78.
Yep.
But they're going to mix it up with a few other sorts of subjects as well, just to make it a bit more interesting.
Right.
So there's going to be Pokemon.
Right, which is actually in fact here.
There you go. So you got Pac-Man. It's going to be released, so a bit of retro chic there.
Yep.
You know, everyone knows about Pac-Man. You know, some of us oldies have actually played it as well. And then you got Pokemon, because Pokemon, there's a game getting released. What was it again?
Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap. Okay, so that's also retro as well. But but for us oldies, it's new as well.
Coming back.
So it's new.
Yeah.
But there's going to be all these different characters in the same series. So
the range is quite large. It's probably 10 different characters from memory. So
yes, that's right.
We have just a selection here, so that will be an interesting release. Actually, quite something different.
Yes. So that's going to be around about Christmas time. So something to look forward to.
Very good. So next, BBR models. So BBR has released quite a few new cars against this week. It looks like they are on a roll.
Yes.
There's probably 5 or 6 cars every week.
Yep.
So this is another Ferrari F8 Spider in yellow. Is a bit of a deeper yellow, I guess.
Looks a bit pearl, doesn't it?
Yeah, a bit pearly. So that's going to come later in the year. I think this has got some. I think they call them diamond wheels. So what they've been doing recently is releasing the same car with a different combination of wheels, colors, and interiors as well. So there's quite a few variations of the same, let's call it chassis as such.
Yes.
So.
Oh wow.
Ferrari 400 Super America, 1962. So that's a bit of a classic.
It is.
Again,
it's interesting. Scale. It's definitely got the 60s and late 50s styling to it. It's got a touch of Mercedes Gullwing in there.
It does indeed, yeah.
Yeah, and a bit of Porsche.
And that's going to be silver again, metallic silver. So it's going to be quite nice.
Classical color.
I think this is even a very limited edition, maybe even 22 or so from memory.
Is it the wire wheels on it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
wow.
It does.
So that's going to be really nice.
Yep.
Next one is another F8, as I was saying before.
Yep.
That's a different version. That one before was a spider and was yellow. This one is red, and it's metallic red. Again, different, same wheels with the diamond wheels.
Yep.
And the last one is actually display case.
Right.
So this is an LED display case, which is going to be really, really nice.
Okay, so it's quite wide, so you could even put in little trophies on the side.
Absolutely, yeah. So you can put a bit of extra detail in there, and obviously it doesn't come with a car, but it'll be a display case, which should arrive very soon as well. Make a bit of a nice addition to your racing high-end
definitely.
racing cars.
Well, these cases are really a must-have as well, because you don't want the dust settling on the really nice painted finishes.
Absolutely. So
nice addition.
Good. So that is for today news.
Okay.
Next, we're going to talk about what we received this week. We actually had a pretty interesting week. We was quiet at the beginning, and we received quite a few things in the last 2 days. So we're rushing to put together this this live.
Yes.
We've got a few questions for
Let
you
me
guys.
jump on the other
questions. Yes.
side then.
Okay, let's go questions.
Okay, so I'm just going to change page here. So, a few questions. Wow. Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, Rob is around. Hey, Rob. I've got something for you in a second. You'll love what I bought the other week.
Oh, this guy. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. So, news in the Yakima 4-wheel drive. Hey, Josh. Yes. They say they will be shipping at end of this month. So, possibly late next week or early week after. Or we'll give you an update soon. Who else here? Got BT Design paint mask. Yes, BT Design paint mask or masking. The kind of some vinyl mask for the bodies. They should come in the next couple of weeks. So
is it pre-cut ones?
Pre-cut, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So they've got different patterns like carbon finish or some waves and things like that.
Yep.
They'll be quite nice. So they should come in the next couple of weeks. What next? Okay, so we should talk about this one.
Okay. So
someone has ordered this.
Yeah, that's this guy ordered this particular car, thinking it was this big.
Yep.
And then opened the box and saw the mini me.
So this for me was meant to be a body shell with wheels.
Yep.
That was a translation we got from Japanese, and
So
it didn't say there was mini.
So we still ended up with a body with wheels, but just.
But it's
really
also
small.
chassis. It's a non-functional chassis. So bit of a laugh. It's actually a really good looking model at the end of a drift car.
So this is basically the size of the radio control drifters.
Correct.
Except it's on a dummy chassis so that you put it on the shelf as a display model.
So that was me this week. We leave it here so we keep a bit of memory.
Yeah,
so
he's nice. He's nice.
Very
It's a
good.
little
So
trophy.
this to say we received a delivery from Yakima this week.
Yep.
So there was a restock of the DTM3 two-wheel drive competition buggy.
Car. Yep.
So that's a very good competitive car if you race out there. We also received a restock of the
BD10s,
which is this one here.
Yep. So the on-road car,
The on-road
competition
car. Yeah. And we received the tool bag.
The tool bag, this one.
It's actually quite nice. Should probably.
So that one there.
That's one
so
here.
you can see the size there. Actually, we'll put it there so you can get. Should cut it open, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Now this would be perfect for all your little bits and pieces.
Yep.
Even for all your fluids.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shock oils,
Shock oil
diff
and all that.
oils, and then all these
You can
components.
adjust it.
Yep. You pull out bits and just move it around to whatever size you like. Just to keep everything nice and snug inside.
So nice little bag. It's got a zip pocket there too, which is quite nice. So
Yep.
quite
And it's got
versatile.
elastic. Then put a few tools or a few long bits and pieces in there. Zip there. Oh, just closed it.
Pop it up.
Like so.
Here we go. So good little bag. So next exciting delivery was a bit of restock from Hot Bodies.
Bodies,
So
yeah.
that's again a
418.
4-wheel drive 110 scale race buggy. But we received also the Nitro buggy, which is sold out already. There's a big delivery coming again in a couple of weeks, and the electric 1.8 buggy too.
Yep.
So this one, and we received, which is quite interesting, something from Sweet.
Oh, something new. I didn't know.
Something new. So Sweet released some spot wheels with patterns. So maybe we turn on the side camera.
Yep.
And we can actually.
Oh,
Here we go.
that would help, wouldn't
Oh, we didn't turn on the camera. That's good. Press it on. Okay, so
it? Oh, there you go.
here we go.
Ready to go.
So this, hopefully you can see from there. So there's spot wheels here. And
So the spokes aren't just flush; they're three-dimensional. So
yeah,
I guess the outer edges here. Is that in focus? Is that better? No. So
Here we go.
If I can get
That's
that
good.
in focus. Is that right there?
yeah, that's good.
Okay, so you can see the very thin spokes. They're a V-type shape, and they're actually protruding. They're flush to the rest of the the wheel, and then you've got it's inset on the center there. You might be able to see if I start doing this angle, and then on the back. smooth on the interior, and then you get your hex adapter there.
Yeah, and I think the biggest news was to have a touring car type wheel with some tire pattern actually for wet racing effectively.
Yes, yes. So I mean, it's not always dry, is it? Sometimes it's a moist track.
Yeah, correct. So that's new. There was a release of the last month or so, so that's just arrived in the last delivery yesterday. So again, something interesting.
Yep,
so
feel nice.
Next is Oxford. Oxford is slightly different topic now. So
yeah, so Oxford diecast. So we've got in a lot of different scales actually, because Oxford are probably better known for their HO scale.
Yeah.
Cars for train sets and such. So we've got the bigger one here in that's 43rd scale bus.
3 scale, yeah.
And then
some little ones.
Got so these are HO. So you've got the Volkswagen combi set.
That's always a popular one.
It is. You see all the different colours. So it's a full set there. And then we've got the nice little, what's that, a Citroen H-Wagon food truck. And then cute little 3-wheeler Messerschmitt car. And then apart from that, there's the little tiny N scale.
Yeah.
So N scale is about 1 to 150 scale.
So Oxford is releasing a bunch of new car every quarter, and we receive about 3 or 4 deliveries every year of a bunch of new cars, new type of cars. So
that's right.
It's quite exciting. There's always something fresh, really. They tend to be limited edition. I think they have a core range of a number of cars, and then there's new ones, a new variation of the same coming out.
So usually we'll see them in 00 scale, and they're British type cars.
Correct.
But this time around we've got some HO American cars as well.
Cars too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. So next one, I think we're gonna go into trains.
Trains.
So let's make some space here. Let's call in Marlin, who's gonna give us a bit of a help with trains. So we're gonna talk about Minitrains.
Hey guys.
Come inside.
Oh, you got a little collection there?
I do. Brought a few
Okay.
things over to have a look at.
Yeah, very cute.
Okay, so Minitrains is narrow gauge.
That's right. So these are narrow gauge HO. So these are 1 to 87 scale, but they're really tiny and they've got really small, cute proportions.
Yep.
They actually run on. So in the UK, it's called 009.
Yep.
In continental Europe and in parts of the US, it's called HON30.
Yep.
But they all essentially run on N scale track. So it's 9mm gap between the rails.
Yep.
And we do actually have Pico makes. They make a specific track that has the sleepers or the ties to the exact right size that you need for this scale.
Yep.
So the sleepers don't look too small. So this guy's brand new release.
A little tram.
Pretty small, yeah. Little tram engine.
We'll show on the side there.
Henschel tramway. Oh, there we go.
Yep. So the camera's just here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So bring it in for a close look.
See if I can focus it a bit.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's really, really nice.
So the quality of these is really good. The detail's very fine, and they're actually made in Germany.
So they used to be made in China, and about 2 years ago they moved all the manufacturing in Germany. So it's actually made in German product.
It is now, yeah, definitely. And that's brand new for this year. We've been very excited about this one. And then we've got a very beloved locomotive here. Was the little Koppel, little German 040, very, very small. These things run really good given their sizes. They've got like quite a big, big flywheel located inside the cab where the crew would normally be, and that ensures that these things run really smooth and really quiet given their small size. And probably my personal favorite here, going to the American prototype actually, is this little Porter 060. So that's a wheel arrangement. It's got 6 little driving wheels. And I've got it hooked up to a Fiddletown and Copperopolis carriage, which we've got. That's based on a Carl Fahlberg comic series from the 60s and 70s, and it's been published into a book, and it's been published all sorts of places, really. But there's sort of a tribute to that, and it's sort of a perfect pair to a little locomotive like that. You mind if we look at the detail again on this? We can see
Sure.
Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. You can see how small this thing is.
Yeah, just in the palm of your hand.
It's got
It's quite typical
whistles.
sort of American look, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got all the classic characteristics like the big headlight and the whistle and the wooden cab. And it's got really wonderful proportions. And the great thing about these is that you don't need a lot of space, and you can run them around really, really sharp curves.
Yes.
So if you're worried about can't build a railway, don't have enough space, this is a perfect solution to that.
Yep.
And it's a big enough scale that it's easy to model in, and there's lots of stuff available.
Correct, because you can still use your HO kind of
Yeah.
scenery and figures and buildings and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Which is
Well, you could
really
make
good.
a really decent layout in just this cutting that
You
area.
could. Absolutely, you could do that. And everything HO scale, buildings, trees, people, works perfectly for this.
Yep.
And you can make an entire train the length of a locomotive in
Wow.
some cases. So that's pretty cool.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So mini trains.
That's
So
it.
just came in last week, and
Yep.
these are some of the new releases. So very good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks, guys.
Thank you. For
Thanks,
this.
Marlin.
So, moving next topic is RC again.
So we're going to look at so
This one.
So
Can
this is a-
someone spot this one?
this is a TRX4.
Bring it down. So, this week we received a big delivery from Traxxas, and there was this TRX4 rock roller in
Yep.
blue color, which is a new release for this year. One of the first new releases. The car was released, I think, was it about 2 years ago from memory? Originally,
About
the
that.
TRX4.
And there was a really huge hype about it because nothing
So-
like it had even been thought of before.
Just before it.
Yeah. So for people that don't know, the TRX4s are a chassis which has a crawling function
Yep.
because you can change the gearbox. It's got 2 speeds, or you switch to the second speed, which is more of a regular sort of
Correct.
radio control speed. It's also got lockable diffs,
Absolutely.
so it's got working diffs for regular driving,
can
sharper cornering, and then
you can remotely lock your diffs.
yep, that's right. So you can do there's
Front,
3
so you can have fully open,
Yep.
the front locked only, and
Yep.
front and rear locked.
Right.
So you got three options actually, and you can adjust that from the controller. So how about we open this up?
yeah, why not?
So
All right.
this has been one of my favorite actually. In the last couple of years, I've been playing a lot with one of these cars.
Well, you customized one, haven't you?
Customized one, I actually broke it a few times.
Broke it?
But I have to admit that this car is actually really tough. You can go up to 3 cell batteries, which is 11.1 volts, and the speed is actually quite considerable. You can put a brushless system if you want to. So I think one of my cars was getting to 50 kilometers an hour roughly,
Yep.
which is a quite a good speed for a crawler, and that becomes quite interesting when you're going to sand dunes. It will actually jump over the sand dunes, which is nice.
We did a video where you showed how to put the
Yes, we did a
brushes in?
couple of videos actually on the brushless system on the TRX4 and also on general maintenance on the differentials. It's on the channel actually.
okay, just in here we've got the
The traditional
Controller?
radio. So that's a really good radio from Traxxas actually. So this is the traditional Traxxas TQI radio, and here is where you have your second speed control. So that's this right button here. So you got low speed and high speed, faster
I
speed.
guess it's really easy to get to because it's just under your
Yeah,
thumb.
so you hold it like that, you can switch it really easy.
Yep, anytime you want.
And up here is when you lock and unlock your differentials.
Yep.
So let's see, we just jump here, so it's probably easier to see. Here we go. So that's your speed, and up here you go your diff locking kind of
So a little
option.
toggle
So
switch.
open, front locked,
Yep.
fully locked
Okay.
this way.
Oh, it's easy.
And these are the usual
trims, are they?
just the trims and so forth. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Very good radio. You have also the option of attaching a Bluetooth module at the back here.
Oh,
which
for doing
will-
updates.
Yeah, to update the radio, but you can
Yep.
actually tune endpoints on your steering. So if you do put a new servo in,
Yes.
you need to adjust your endpoints of the steering servo,
Right.
and you can do that from your phone with an app.
Oh,
You
makes
can
it easy.
still do that through the radio normally, but
Yes.
it's a matter of going through the menu by clicking at these red buttons
it's a
and checking the
sequence.
lights. So
Right.
it's a bit involved, really.
Yep.
So that's the Traxxas radio.
Okay.
So,
Yep. Oh, there's
and
the car.
here we go. Here's the car. So always come with clear cover. Cheap body pins.
There we go. Okay, so it's a very neat looking chassis. It's got a lot of scale detail. So there's actual metal rails for the chassis that run all the way along. So let's see here.
There we go.
Okay, so let's just look at it here. So you got the front end here.
Your servo's at the front there.
Yes.
Got the
So
motor
let's
at the
do it
front.
this way.
There we go. That's good.
Okay, so motor at the front. So obviously on a real car you expect the motor to be at the front as well. Let's just focus in there. And then we've got the battery that mounts across the top.
One interesting thing in the battery is that you can put a smaller battery, and there is a bit of a dip here. So if you want to lower the center of gravity, you put like about I think 2,000 milliampere battery will fit in the gap there.
Yeah, it's like a little recess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
and it's clever the battery holder as well, because this can actually be flipped around, and it's at a different height for different height
different
batteries.
type of batteries, so they don't shuffle around.
So that's 23 mil, and then the standard side here was 26 mil for a taller battery.
There we go.
Yep.
So because you can put up to 3S batteries. So
you get your speed controller here, which is 3-cell capable. Just see the little blue servo here for changing the speed.
Speed, yeah.
And then here you got 2 servos here with cables which run to the front and the rear diff. And then this side, this box here, that's the receiver box, and that's been sealed, so it's water resistant. You get the antenna poking up here.
Yep.
And then from the side you'll be able to see how you've got the suspension that sort of floats here on the arms. So they're solid rear axles.
With portals, actually.
Yes.
See if you can see them from there.
So you might be able to maybe just see the portal here.
Yeah.
So the portal it's a different level of the actual axle. So
correct.
It's got
a bit more clearance, effectively. The axle will have more clearance.
So that's on the front and the back. And then you got your diffs here, and you've got your locking mechanism in there as well. And then your shocks, they're aluminium bodied shocks.
Body shocks, yeah. So really well built car. It does come with a brush motor, which is actually really good for the application. The speed control is also quite really nice. It does have, I think, five different programs that you can change through to have full motor brake, and it actually does perform really well.
Okay.
So
well, we've seen it with the amount of torque. It's been pushing things around. Absolutely.
So well built car, and this one is with this really nice blue color, which is a new color. So it does come with all this kind of roll cage and roof rack. Yep. It's quite nice.
Got really supple suspension, so if I just press it down and just let it go, just
so it come back up. There's quite a few modifications you can do to these cars actually. First being suspensions, you can change the oil in the suspensions. Generally speaking, you want to put a really lightweight oil. Sometimes even run almost without oil, so it actually has.
So it reacts quicker.
Yeah, it does react a bit quicker. And follows a bit better the bumps and so forth.
Right.
And here it is. So.
I mean, this particular body style has been really popular, hasn't it?
It is. So they start originally with the silver and the red.
Yes.
And then they released quite a few different colors. They had a green.
Yes.
A limited edition yellow. The green and the yellow had clear windows too. Right. Actually, which is not the case on this one, but the color is quite nice. It's a metallic blue. So brilliant looking color. So
how does this compare to
this one here?
Yeah, your custom machine.
Whoops. Okay, so this one is the same car, the same chassis, but with quite a few modifications. So first of all, you can see it's a lot wider.
Yes.
It's really wide, so we put a widening kit. So it's about 50mm wider at each end.
Yes.
So it's a bit extreme, but then again, it's an upgrade. Let's remove quickly the body and have a look at that.
So underneath the chassis is pretty much the same, but you can see the little optional extras. So your electronics are different.
So we put a brushless system here from Performer Racing, which is an HB racing brand.
Yep.
A slightly different servo, a bit more powerful servo. Specifically, when you're going say downhill and you're trying to turn the wheels against the direction that you're driving, you put a lot of strain on the servo. So sometimes you may want to put a bit of a stronger servo.
Yeah. I guess that helps it sort of climb out of stuck ditches and things
like
that as well.
Correct. We have brass portals at the front to put more weight on the front of the car, specifically when you're climbing. You want to have the weight at the front.
You stability.
Correct.
Okay.
So this car can climb quite steep hills, so up to 50 degrees.
Wow.
Okay. Yep. But we've done a couple of different couple of upgrades. So the brass portals at the front, and then we have a overdrive and an underdrive at the rear.
Oh, okay. So,
So-
that was different
gears
gears
on the differential. So
Yep.
what that does is reducing the speed rotation of the wheels at the back and
Right.
increasing the one at the front.
Yep.
So that when you go on the gas, you don't have that much kind of
So
backwards.
there's like is it the squat?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not squatting as much.
Yes.
So
Okay. So you got more control as
more
you're
control,
going over rough ground.
and it will be able to climb a bit steeper kind of climbs.
Okay.
What else we have in here?
We got these red gearbox.
We had red gearboxes here. Yeah, it's probably might be hard to see there because there's protection plate here as well.
Yeah, that's optional as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And I've got the side steps as well in metal, and the front and rear bumpers. Here we go.
They're a bit special, aren't they?
Yes, different wheels as well.
Oh,
So these wheels are 2.2 wheels on 1.9 tires.
right.
So the bigger wheels are on the same roughly size tires actually. So they look kind of low profile, a bit more low profile actually.
Yeah. Okay.
The tires are from RC four-wheel drive and they're extremely soft as well. So
Oh, there's a huge difference.
very big difference, yes. So there is a lot of tunability on these cars.
Yeah. Well, I guess being so soft, you can see it there. It's just going to grip around a rock,
Absolutely,
isn't it? Okay.
absolutely. So
Well,
what
there's
else in here?
huge scope for
Modification.
yeah. And then the
Uh,
body, you did something special.
So the body, this was effectively the same body as that one, but we actually cut it at the back and did a bit of a tray kind of solution.
Yeah. You got the Ute happening.
We have the Ute version happening, so we had to shorten the roof rack as well. So it was a little bit of work. It was a good modeling exercise.
Interesting color too.
Yes. So this was my attempt of using TS colors on a polycarbonate bodies. So
Yep.
we actually could talk about that in another session, but
Hmm.
TS color normally don't work too well with Lexan because they're not flexible, and
Hmm.
normally when you spray them, they tend to peel off.
Yes.
So what we did in this situation, we actually prepared the body with a clear PS, which
Right.
is a polycarbonate body.
Yep.
Then we sprayed a TS, this TS, I don't remember, I think it was a 43 from memory. And then we painted again with a PS clear. So
Oh, so it's like sandwich between them.
Correct.
Okay.
And so far the result has been really good. So it hasn't been peeling off,
Yeah,
and
good.
it's worked quite well. Here we go.
Nifty trick.
Indeed, indeed. So, so this is the Traxxas TRX4.
Okay. Yes.
So there's lots
So
of
very
option
nice
parts.
vehicle.
Yes. And here we go. Put it back to the body, so you see the difference between the two.
I've also got some people saying that they like the dual even cab look that's going on with
Yes.
these.
Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Very good. So, does anyone have any other questions on this?
Well, you can feel how your shocks are different.
Yes. So these shocks are empty actually.
Okay.
They're running empty. So obviously everyone has different preferences. So but this specific one were emptied. So a big difference between the two. There's a lot more weight on this car as well.
Right.
So
Oh, I imagine with the extra brass.
yeah,
and,
correct. The
and
wheels are
metal.
quite heavy too. So
Yeah.
often you put wheels to put more weight on the car compared to the plastic one that come in the kit.
Yep.
The metal one do have quite considerably more weight.
There you go. That's a bit different, isn't it?
It is indeed. So this is it for the TRX4, the new
Okay.
TRX4.
Let's pop this over here.
Let's go up here. There we go. Just barely fit. So last topic for today
Yes.
is the usual model
What's
car.
that?
Model car.
Which one did we get this time?
I don't know. You're going to tell me, or someone is going to tell us what car we are presenting here. Let's see if anyone can guess what.
So I
car
guess this is sort of the what's this 60s, very Le Mans style cockroach
Absolutely.
shaped car.
Once
Might be a bit tricky. A lot of people probably don't know this particular manufacturer.
manufacturer, right? But this is again in 1/18 scale, so we've seen quite a few 18 scales recently.
Yes.
Again, is a resin model. So last week was an Australian die cast, so that was metal. This is resin.
Yep.
And this is a Lola T70. It's a Le Mans 1968.
It's really nice, very classical, like baby blue, powder blue color.
Yes.
So let's see if I can get that about there. And then you've got the yellow. It's like a egg yolk, sort of orangey yellow. The amazing thing is being able to see all the details within.
Absolutely.
So it's a bit hard to see here, but
The reflection there.
it's quite a stark looking cockpit inside.
Yes.
Because the driver didn't need anything except
Correct.
all his driving instruments. And then there's a fire extinguisher on one side. And then you may be able to see. Let's see. Is that okay there? And then there's the trumpets on the engine. So you're just poking out the top there with the V engine. So that'll be V8 obviously.
Correct. I would say yeah.
And then you've got the Firestone lettering, which is around the outside of the wheels.
Yeah.
Yep.
And see at the back, there's a spare wheel as well at the back actually.
now that's
Is it?
that surprises me because I don't understand how the spare wheel works. So unless the rules at that time meant everything had to be carried on the car.
Probably, yeah. There's a spare wheel included.
Yep. Well, that would have added a bit of extra weight.
Yes, definitely. But the level of detail again is quite incredible.
Yeah, this is beautiful. So number 7.
Number 7. So this is again a limited edition. They've produced 120. So all these models are quite in limited edition.
Number 83.
Exactly. Here we go.
Okay, so that's made by Technomodel.
Technomodel is again another Italian company, like the BBR that we presented a couple of weeks back, and that we show on the previous news section actually. So we have a question here. So Johnny is asking about the brushless system. So on the TRX4.
Yep.
So when you want to put a brushless system, you need to change both the motor and the speed controller. So it's what we call a combo normally, and
Yep.
it does come with a motor and a speed controller.
So it's usually quite a simple swap over.
It is a simple swap over. In this specific car, you need to remove quite a few parts because the speed control need to go under the radio tray and up.
Right.
And also because it's waterproof or water resistant.
Yep.
You need to make sure that when you reseal it, you reseal everything properly inside the
You don't want any
box. So
seepage.
all
Yep.
the wiring has to be wired through a specific kind of channel at the one end of the receiver box.
Yep.
So you need two components: a speed controller and the motor.
Yep. And then you need to change a plug.
You need to change the plug.
Power plug, yep.
Power plug, correct. Obviously, at that point, you'll have to recalibrate your radio. That's why I was saying that sometimes it's really useful to have the Bluetooth module.
Oh, that would make that
Because when you change your electronics, you need to calibrate the endpoints of your radio. So for the steering,
Yep.
letting the radio know how far you can go with the left and the right, and for
Yep.
the throttle is how far is the forward and
Yep.
how far is the brake. So backwards in this case.
Yep.
So one is asking, is the Blade Liger still available?
Blade Liger. I think.
Yeah, we've got one here. Is that one?
It is too.
Yeah, we have one here
yes.
actually. So Daniel, yes, it's still available. We should have another 1 or 2 in stock. I think we may have a couple in stock. Here we go.
There you go. Blade Liger. AB. So
So
yes.
these are Zoid. Still available. So very good. So do we have any more questions? Give it another second.
Yep.
Otherwise, I think we may finish up for today, and we're going to start recording some new tutorials for this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. So we've been a bit slow with tutorials, but again, if there's anything particular you want to see, so I think we introduced looks like glass on Facebook today.
Yes.
So it's a little liquid that
Yes.
makes clear parts even more reflective.
Yeah,
We'll probably do a tutorial just show you how that sort of liquid works and helps with your modeling.
that's a very good idea. Yes.
And then if there's any other ideas you'd like to see, please just let us know. Pop it in the comments, and we'll work to get it done for you.
So-
Just to show you how it all works.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Put some comments. We normally try to respond as quick as we can.
Yes.
And we will see you back next week.
Yep.
We hope to have the store fully finished. So some of you may know that we've been doing some work in the shop.
It's been a few changes.
Quite a few changes, bit of disruption, but slowly we're coming back to the normal. So,
Yeah.
everyone, thank you again. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
We shall see you next Friday, 2 p.m.
See you later.
See you later. Bye bye.
Catch you later.